Hey everyone, welcome back to Redbanditracing. In this video, we have a new unboxing. We have the ARRMA Infraction 6S 7th scale. I know they have a mini one. We got the big one because, as you guys seen, we've been doing a lot of speed videos lately, and we've been racing a lot on the street lately. So we got what ARRMA, I would say ARRMA's best on-street racer, and I would just say the best on-street racer you can get out of any brand. This one goes 80 miles an hour. This one is $6.99, and it goes 80 miles an hour. It has a handbrake in it, so we're gonna be testing that out in this video. We're gonna see how it runs. It was between the felony and the infraction. We chose the infraction. I think it's gonna handle better, and from what I've heard, its performance is the best. The chassis is not a BLX chassis. I think it's just a BLX chassis. It's not the extreme heavy duty. This is the handbrake system. It's actually right next to the motor. It has its own servo. I am kind of scared about that link. That might be pretty delicate in the spring. So we're gonna see how durable that entire setup is. It looks pretty secured with its own mount system. The motor wires are much better than the ARRMA Typhon and the ARRMA Creighton. It looks very secured in there. Unlike what ARRMA normally does, all the electronics are actually in the front of the car while they have dual battery trays in the back. I feel like that's a lot better. Also, the weight distribution is going to be way better than what it was on the Typhon, since you have both batteries on the other side. You see that foam splitter? That's purely for impact, because that foam will absorb head-on collisions. What I am worried about is obviously the body is going to be taking the majority of the hit, because I think the splitter barely covers it, so going to be taking a lot of body damage on every hit. As you guys know, it's a fully ready to run. It is water resistant. ARRMA always puts that little asterisk because no RC car is fully waterproof. Fully metal geared, 6S, it's the BLX. They have their smart tech, ESC and servo. In their 2-year warranty, I would say it's the best warranty you can get. Yeah, I believe this is also an upgraded servo compared to the one they used to put in there. DX3 remote, which if you guys know, we have bad history with. So we'll see how good that one holds up. We did get the white and blue instead of the all blue. I think the white is gonna look better. Let's get this out of the box and see what it actually looks like. There we go. I think this is the remote. Yeah, so we get our DX3 remote. Already have PTSD from holding it. I guarantee you I'm gonna have to recalibrate the AFC a few times. We also have our manual. I do see some extra parts in there. We're gonna open this in a second. I do see a pretty big high-speed gear in there. I wanna see the tooth count on that. Now I got the actual car, which looks a lot better than I thought. When I was getting the infraction, I was between the felony because the felony looks so good. The black felony looks like a real nice muscle car, but this one actually looks a lot better than I thought. The only thing I don't like is the clear wing. Outside of that, this car looks really good. You got the Hoon tires on there. We got the body clips with the rubber straps. Body looks a little bit more flimsy than the other ARRMA bodies. I wonder if that's just because it's a street car. Little license plate on there. This plate looks like it's the EXP version of the plate rather than the BLX. We also have the BLX little mounts right here on the hub for the link. Full plastic covers on the dust boots this time. Still got the plastic chassis braces for front and rear. This is the handbrake system. It's not as strong as the servo, obviously, as the main one, because I don't think it needs to be. This wire being pulled a little tight. It is formatted pretty nice. I would say it's a lot better than the Creighton EXP. I like how they had the motor wires this time, because the other two ARRMAs we have, the motor wires are just not situated right. We got the fan on the side. That is a very small fan for an 80-mile-an-hour street car. They had room to put 2 of those on. From what I've heard, you cannot really modify this fan. So it comes stock with a 15 tooth, which is, I think that's less than the Typhon. I think the Typhon came for 16 stock. So that's an interesting choice. Let's see how it handles. We're gonna test it later in the video. We do have the sway bars front and rear. Those are pretty wide too. Pretty wide stance on the sway bars. I wonder if you can, yeah, they don't make the shocks adjustable, so you cannot lower the car any more than it already is. Here's your parts manual. Looks like this is just the warranty information for electronics. You have your sticker set. You have your battery. I think this is just your speed card. The gearing and the batteries you need for that top speed. This is your high-speed pinion. You have your diff shims for front and rear diffs. Tools. I think that's different from all the other ones. Naomi just give you this big one. And then, take a look at this. We have some new posts. I believe these ones are, yeah, these are way shorter. So I think it's meant just to lower the body down. I wonder what these are. At first I thought these were for the battery tray for smaller batteries, but I don't think that's the case. All right, so from what we just learned, this is actually for here, which actually don't know which side it will go on, because this says 3mm while these both say 20 and 32. Look that up, and these are just inserts for the diffuser. Right now there's a little gearbox design right there. I guess you can just put this one or flat one in there, which I guess would be stock or the fin, but I kind of like where the fin goes on the body. It's a shark fin. But yeah, I believe one of them is best for high-speed gearing. I would say it probably would be the fin, or it would be the flat box. So we'll look those up. We're not going to put it in today, but I want to see the tooth count on this. So 25. This is actually what we have on the Typhon for the high-speed gear. So I guess we have two of these now, because I believe they're the same pitch and everything. I know they make a 28. I think for this car, we actually get the 28. So we're not using our high-end batteries. We're not using our 100Cs. This is just the first run. What I like about the system is, well, actually I like and dislike it. This strap actually pulls in this little guard on the rear, which encloses the battery. So about 1.5 inch room gets taken up, so the battery cannot be moved back or front. There we go. What I don't like is how excessively long the straps are. As you see, I have about 6 inches worth of strap that's just gonna sit there. What we can do is use this center strap to trap it. But when you do that, you have about 4 inches of this strap that you just tuck in and let the body enclose, which I don't really like either. I guess you can tuck it into the battery tray. It's a relatively nice system. These straps are also way stronger than the Crane and Typhon straps, a lot bigger. So like all of your other cars, will not come with batteries. See if it's binded from factory. Should be. See here on its own. Normally it just twitches. Oh, that is not me, by the way. Throttle trim was not centered. Body sits on very easy. Doesn't really take a lot to line it up. Body has these little crevices, so I guess when the shocks get compressed, it doesn't actually push up against the body. So you got your Horizon Spectrum D-boot tire brand stickers, your ARRMA tires, obviously. This one, first off, it's not centered. This one, 141 with 6 trucks crossed out. Don't know what that is. Then you have original ARRMA Motorworks. I think that just fits into the style if it's like an old drift truck, that kind of look. Your side panels, you have your inside for your roll cage and your net. Then, yeah, it just repeats on the other side. That one's also not centered. The other one was. These stickers were just not, that one's centered. Yeah, stickers are just not placed very well. I feel like the flag it has on the front though. I feel like we had the same problem on the Rustler BL2S we unboxed a while ago, where the entire car was just not centered. And yeah, it looks like it wasn't pressed down all the way from factory. So it's about 3 or 4 sticker mistakes. Also, I don't know if we pointed out already, the mold line is very visible. This price steering trim is on point. Forgot to test that. Like all ARRMAs, very good servo. Turns very sharp. Not gonna give it too much throttle. This is all about a quarter throttle, so yeah, it does have a decent amount of speed. brakes are terrible. Brakes are very terrible. All right, two things. One, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the handbrake is activated by this little toggle switch. Two, it is cold out, so these tires are just not gonna be able to get warm. So stability is gonna be a little bit low, especially on Hoons. So let's just test the handbrake real quick. Yeah, so the handbrake locks the front, handbrake locks the front wheels and allows the back wheels to kick outwards. So if you get used to it, trying to get back on throttle real quick. So when you do the handbrake, you also lose throttle. So you have to re-throttle it into the handbrake. This is gonna be a long process of getting used to because we haven't done any drifting. I'm already used to it. I'm the best in the world. All right, we're doing some programming right now. We're going to adjust the braking right now. Max brake was 62.5. Maybe 75%. Then I don't think the punch needs, I don't think anything else needs to be adjusted on it. Max reverse, no. Yeah, I believe that'll be it. Save again, unplug that, then get the other plug back in and continue running it. Alright, so from factory, we actually didn't have reverse. It's because it was in forward and brake mode only. Now we actually have reverse. It's only set to 25%, so that's full reverse speed, which is more than enough that you need. But yeah, first thoughts, the handbrake is actually a lot better than I thought. Because if you go to high speed and very easy just to kick it into a drift. It's scary though, because being a street car, every crash you take can destroy the car. Already rubbed up against the curb once, but we weren't filming, so it doesn't count. That was close. All right, so we're gonna do a quick drag launch test real quick, because correction earlier, it locks the rear wheels, which for burnouts and drag racing is technically the opposite of what you want, but we just did a little pass and yeah, it's a drag car. You can easily drag race this. So this is with low speed gearing and weak batteries. Hold on. It goes in a straight line all the way down. So we do have videos coming out with obviously the Infraction, but also with the X01. The thing about the X01 is they are two different cars. Obviously their top speeds are relatively the same, but when it comes to handling, I don't think the X01 is going to be able to keep up. When it comes to speed and acceleration, the Infraction won't be able to keep up. So we're just going to see how they handle. Obviously, once we hit 100 miles an hour with the X01, that high-speed gearing is coming out because it's going to turn into a street car. We're going to start racing it because it does handle pretty well. That's when we start comparing it to the Infraction. And also, we might be getting another street car, so stay tuned for that. It'll all depend on how good the Infraction does, because I know the person behind the camera wanted the Infraction a while ago.
The blue one.
The blue one. There is a blue one. So that'll do it for today's video. Next video, we are throwing in bigger batteries, and we're actually going to really push its limits out here. We're also going to do a speed test to see how it is without the high-speed gearing. All right, so final thoughts. It is a great street basher. I'm excited for what we're gonna do next with it because we're actually going to be bumping up the speed quite a bit. Next video, speed test, but not the high-speed gearing. It's just a street bash / speed test, so stay tuned for that. If you guys like this video, make sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you guys next video.